This morning, after weeks of virtually no movement, there appears to be some progress on a compromise plan to raise the debt limit and hopefully prevent a government default. CBS News senior White House correspondent Bill Plante has more. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Rebecca. It was the best news heard around here in weeks. A group of bipartisan legislators, the so-called Gang of Six, has proposed something which would cut the deficit by $4 trillion over the next decade. It's the first time that opposition and current standing, that is, lawmakers of both parties, have come together in a plan for presenting something like this to the president. Last night, the Republican-led House passed its preferred solution for solving the crisis. Known as the Cut, Cap, and Balance Act, the legislation cuts federal spending by $6 trillion and requires a constitutional balanced budget amendment in exchange for raising the debt ceiling. But the bill is expected to die in the Senate. The president's focus was on the plan forged by the so-called Gang of Six.
It's time to get down to the business of actually solving this problem, and I think we now are seeing the potential for a bipartisan consensus around what that would take.
The plan calls for an immediate deficit cut of $500 billion and mandates spending caps through 2015. It would require Congress to find specific cuts in Medicare, defense spending, agriculture, and energy. It would phase in a lower inflation measure for Social Security and scale back but not eliminate deductions for mortgage interest, charity, and retirement accounts. And it would rewrite the tax code, dropping the number of tax rates to 3, closing corporate loopholes, and eliminating the alternative minimum tax. The proposal would also give congressional committees 6 additional months to find more cuts in domestic and defense spending. It brought a positive response from some Senate Republicans.
There's just so many things about this plan that are going to make sense to fiscal hawks, and I'm one of them.
Work continues on the last-ditch fallback bill that would allow the president to raise the debt ceiling on his own.
Our attitude is that continues to be a necessary approach to put forward. In the event that we don't get an agreement, at minimum, we've got to raise the debt ceiling.
On the Hill, senators are saying that they may be back here at the White House to resume budget talks today. And this is the first time that the president will be able to sit down with them and say that legislators from both parties have endorsed something that maybe could pass. Rebecca?
CBS's Bill Plante at the White House. Bill, thank you.